like that? You see the little animation at the end there? Oh, I'm so happy with that. It's not the best, but yeah. A fake dance. Wait, where's my chat? Where'd my chat go? Hold on. I'm not revealing this until I figure out where my chat went. Where'd it go? Is it in this one? No, it's not in this one either. Oh man, we just started and the scruff already. I tested this so much. Hold on. Hello, hi. Oh, I'm sorry. We got scruff already. I don't know. You guys were here when I was testing it just yesterday. Oh no. Oh, what do I do? I'm panicking now. Void Daxias. Oh yeah, this is. I've been saying silhouette, but Void actually sounds pretty cool too. Where'd my? I'm a little upset. Where'd my chat go? Hold on. We do you. It took me so long, not so long, but it took me a while to figure this out the first time, and now if you hear like a robot voice at any point, that's true. That's true. It ain't a YouTuber stream unless there's stuff. If you hear a robot voice and then some noise, that's my pet vacuum. It's doing its thing right now. Um, which okay no, chat, and then properties, and then I mean it's gonna look messy, I'm assuming, but oh well, at this point. Oops, that's the one I want. Okay, and then we go to settings, and then overlays, and then we copy, and then we go in here, get this. Someone say something. No, oh my goodness, where is it? Okay, I'm gonna do this the way I didn't want to do it, but oh well, you know. Because I had a fancy little chat thing popping up, so it was like it was kind of the chat would pop in kind of in a cool way, but I guess I can't do that this time. So we go to create a dashboard, and we go to no, that's not what I go to. I go to here. No. Okay, okay, and then I go here, and then the three dots. Okay, I got something. It's not my fancy stuff that I have, but you know what? We make do, right? Oh man, that's not what I wanted. I'm sorry. I just wanted the chat to be part of it, but I guess not. I guess no chat today. No chat for the reveal. That's a bummer. I'm even a little confused. Okay, no chat. That'll be fixed next time, I suppose. All right, are you ready? Maybe I'm just delaying things because I'm a little nervous, you know. All right, are you ready? All right, hold on. Take a sip of water. Ta-da! This is me. It's me, everyone. Look. Oh, it's so cool to finally be able to show this off. I am so happy with the way everything turned out on it. It's me. I'm bummed out about chat, but man, I am so happy to have this out here like this, you know, to have this model going. I'm gonna be going over every little bit. Celeste, the model is shown. Celeste must be behind. Don't tell her that though. But yeah, I'm so happy with it. Thank you, Celeste. Thank you. Oh, I am incredibly happy with the way it turned out. I I want to tell you, thank you, Rabbit. Thank you. I would tell you a little story that I had that with that a little story that happened. All right. So I had been trying to figure out the design that I want to do for a while now. I've been trying to figure out the design for a while now. And one day, like I was doing a bunch of sketches and I wasn't happy with anything that was turning out. And then one day I'm laying in bed. It's like 2 a.m. and I'm laying in bed and I close my eyes and I think I'm dreaming, right? And then all of a sudden an image pops in my head. I'm like, that's it. I've got to draw that. So I got my phone out and I started drawing it, but I'm like, I can't draw with my fingers. So I had to get up and do a sketch, and I'll show you the sketch in a little bit. And then that next day, after I finally uh, fell asleep and then woke back up again, I sketched it out, and then now we have this. It's been wonderful. All right, I'm gonna zoom in now and show off all the parts. It's I it I'm telling you now, this turned out so much better than I expected. All right, well, let's start at the bottom here, right? We got the feet. I'll be honest, okay, I'll be honest. The feet, I phoned it in a little bit, right? I can't do feet and hands, and you're gonna notice I phoned those in a little bit. But yeah, you have the skirt thingy here. You have the stars in the background, which is wonderful. Um, Legs. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of drew myself some sexy legs. Hmm? This I gave myself white hips. I don't know. I had smaller hips, but I wasn't a fan of that. So, or like not that I wasn't a fan of it, but when I drew the wider hips, I just knew I'm like, yeah, this is what I want, right? Um, the we got like stars and stuff in the design. You see, it's subtle. Well, I think it's less subtle on OBS that you all can see. Um, but like you have like swirlies here, kind of like there's a galaxy going on here, which I think is really cool. They are. In fact, the hands were so phoned in. The hands were so phoned in. It's just two fingers. That's all I showed was just the two fingers for the hands. So the tentacles. Okay, look closely at the tentacles. Right? You noticing anything? You notice what they're doing? That's right. They're pulsating. I got my tentacles to pulsate because I toned them down right from the previous model. And I mentioned that in like the like model thingy I was doing on TikTok that I was toning the tentacles down, but I still wanted them to be like vibrant and feel alive, you know. So I made them pulsate or kind of like breathe a little bit, which I think is cool. Fanboy model, I suppose so, right? It looks a little fanboyish, right? We're entering a new stage. Fanboy Daxi is here. Um, the tentacles, I got sparkly things in them, which I think was nice. The star, getting it to like fully rotate, I was so happy with. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it, because in my last model, it doesn't fully rotate, right? It kind of like just turns back and forth a little bit. It doesn't fully rotate, but this one I got to fully rotate. And then if you notice, it might be a little hard to notice. Oh, I'm taking up the whole screen. You might be, well, not that chat's available right now anyways, right? I'm so sad about that. Whoops. I might try to fix it in a little bit. Um, but if you notice, I'm gonna try to stay still here. It's more subtle, but my top half floats up and down too. My top half isn't just like in the same spot. It kind of floats up and down. It's very subtle, and you might not notice with the background that I have, which I'll talk about the background in a little bit, right? All right. This may not seem much. Don't talk about any errors you see. There are no errors on this model. Uh, but the collarbone here, that took me way longer than I like to admit to be happy with. The neck, I think, is wonderful. I gave myself a little jewelry. I do want to go back and kind of adjust the jewelry a little bit. Look how good my mouth looks. Oh, wait, you can't see. Look how good my mouth looks. Uh, I want to go back and because right now, well, I'll talk about it later. Okay, I'll talk about when I start talking about like the design process and everything. And now we get to the face. It's so cool. Like looking at it right now, I'm so like happy with how it all turned out, how everything turned out, how I got like the tracking to work. Like look at this. Angry. I didn't press any button. It's not perfect. I want to get a better camera, right? And then surprise, right? I think it's so cool. Thank you, Celeste. I think it's so cool. And then look at the smiling. I don't know why my mouth kind of wobbles like that. I think it's the camera. But yeah. Um and then yes, the eyes, the eyes. Okay, okay, okay. So the eyes, right? The eyes. Tone it down a little bit. I have always wanted since the very first model, well, since the very first Daxias model, I had always wanted to have four eyes, but I couldn't do it, and then I kind of like abandoned it for a while. And so that's when I commissioned you about it. I didn't care about it for a while, but when I was thinking about this one's like, no, I'm gonna try to get everything that I've always wanted in there. So that's what I did. They don't close fully, right? So close my eyes. They don't close fully, so I can kind of always see. I can always see. But yeah, we'll zoom in on the eyes a little bit. I'm not gonna zoom in too far. I don't want you guys seeing any mistakes that I may have made. Um, but yeah, so the eyes. Okay, so here's the thing with the eyes on my face, right? They're just holes. They're just holes into my skull. If this was 3D, my eyes wouldn't bulge out. They would just be holes. You're seeing the inside of my head right now. And I gave myself these 2 stars, or 4 stars, I should say, so you all can see what I'm looking at. Better visual reference and all. I got middle ground stars and then background stars for in the back. I wanted you to, when you look into my eyes, I wanted you all to see like as if you were looking at a night sky, right? Or as if you were in space looking out into the great thing of space. I don't know. But yeah. Uh my my moon wiggles. I put my moon on my ear. I put it on I didn't put it on the arm anymore. Because I kind of wanted the shoulder to be open. I wanted the shoulder to be bare, and I thought about keeping it in my arm. But I just when I was drawing it out, I wasn't really liking the way it looked. So I put it in my on my ear, on my jewelry. It's a little unsafe. It makes me nervous sometimes, but I'm keeping the moon there for now. We're gonna talk about the moon in a little bit. There's some lore about the moon I've never revealed. Um, and we're gonna talk about lore stuff later as well. And then the hair I think is the hair I like, right? I like the hair. It's an exaggeration of my in real life hair, but I think it turned out good, especially because the hair when I was doing the hair, I didn't quite figure out how to layer things properly. So it wasn't like the most layered thing, but I think it turned out pretty well. So okay, let's look at emotions now. I gave myself emotions, right? Here's the angry emotion. I had a whole bit. Oh wait, actually I'm a little angry though. I had a whole bit to show off my emotions, but it was only going to work if chat was involved in the bit. And since chat can't show up on the screen right now, I couldn't. I had to abandon the bit. That's why I was a little angry. All right. That's why I was taking so long to try to get chat to working because I had a whole bit planned to show off all my emotions. Except for two, I don't know what you call it, but that one poofy hat. I don't know what poofy hat. When you find out the name, let me know. All right. So that's oh yeah, this was angry. And then this is blushing. It's not too different. It puts my mouth in a permanent state of smiling. Um but yeah, that's blushing. And then we got sad. Oh, sad. I look, doesn't it just make you feel awful? It makes me feel bad. But I'm pretty happy with how the tiers turned out. You know, I think it looks pretty good with the tiers and everything. So and then we got shocked. We got shocked. And then this is a fun one. This is a fun one. I can stick my tongue out. It's just excuse me. It's just another tentacle. I think that's kind of fun. I think that's a little fun. So I'm glad you guys like the new model. You like the look of it. Think it's cool and all. I'm super happy to use it. This model means just I accidentally threw my comb. This model just means so much to me. Like it may not be as like high quality as the last one, but it's one I made with my own two hands. And I'm so proud of it. Rigging was not as hard as I thought it would be. Rigging was actually like fairly easy, I would say. Not easy. I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it's just like it wasn't as insane as I thought it would be. It was actually a lot of fun to rig the model, and like I don't have the most complex model, right? But it was a lot of fun to do, and I'm super happy I did it. So yeah, I'm glad it's being met with warm reception. I think is the word I want to do. Okay, time to talk about other stuff. I got a new overlay, as you see. Thank you, Celeste. Thank you, Mom. It means a lot. It does mean. Hey, hey. Yeah, I couldn't get rid of the spray. Bread would kill me if I ever got rid of the spray. Um, but yes, I got new overlays, right? I got the background. I made these myself, kind of, right? The chat and the tentacles you see holding up the chat. So the idea is that the tentacles are holding up the stuff to be displayed, right? That's just from Canva. I do want to eventually. This probably isn't going to be anytime soon, but I do want to eventually like draw the tentacles myself. With this overlay and the other one I'm about to show you. But everything else was me. The everything in the background I made in Clip Studio Paint, and then I used like video software to get it to animate and whatnot, which I think was cool. You can kind of see. Well, I won't say that. But yeah, so I think it was cool. All right, but we do have another one. We have this one. Hold on, I gotta zoom myself in now. Ah, there. I did make this one as well for more like gaming stuff or stuff I want to show because I had been doing the this stuff down here doesn't work, by the way. The heart star and bits they don't pop up because if I'm being honest, like I kind of just forgot to do it. I didn't realize I needed to do it, or that I forgot to do it until like 5 minutes before we started, and by then I was like, oh, it's too late. I don't have time. So those stuff down there doesn't work yet. But like Celeste said, and like I always say, it's not a VTuber stream without a little bit of scruff in it, huh? So yeah, so you can see like the tentacles, like again, the idea is to like hold up all the little bits. I want to redraw those myself in the future. But even this one is animated slowly, so you can see like some of the meteors or in the background, kind of going up and down, which I thought was kind of neat. So I'm happy with the way these turned out as well, because I didn't want to just do full screen in the me. I still probably will use that from time to time, but yeah, I can adjust the lighting. Oh, I should go to this one. I forgot. I can adjust the lighting on myself a little bit. Hello, Pavita. Thank you. I'm super happy with the way it turned out. Unfortunately, my chat isn't working on screen, so, but like it doesn't pop up on the screen. I don't know why. But I can adjust the lighting on myself, right? Which I think is neat. So that's just low light Daxias. Then we got the newly named, thanks to Sunflower, Void Daxias here, and then we got just the stars. I don't know. I don't have a good name for it yet. I've just been calling it just the stars. But I guess the moon kind of pops up a little bit, right? But yeah. So yeah, so those are the three light modes I have on it. Okay. Now I kind of wanted to oops, hold on. I got to zoom in. Oh, there we go. Wait, there we go. Cuz that's I got to make sure I'm in view. Um what did I want to Oh, a new emotes. Okay, okay. I'm going to be showing you guys a new emote. This it's not on yet. It's not up yet, but it's going to be up by tomorrow because I'm going to put it on to Twitch after this. Yeah, after this. Ta-da! This is the new emote. I'm going to slowly be replacing all my emotes with ones I've made. Not that there's anything wrong. Hey, that scared me a little bit. You're calling me. You calling me a baby? I forgot I put the slapping sound on the notes. You're slapping a note on me. Is what you're doing, and you called me a baby. Um, but I will be. What am I saying? I will be slowly replacing the emotes with the ones I want to draw myself. Not that there's anything wrong with the ones I have. The ones I have are excellent. It's just like I kind of want to start using my own art. Not that I'm capable and I've shown myself that I'm capable of doing these kind of things. I want to show off my own art. So I'm gonna be drawing a bunch of emotes. This was the first one I did. I have realized. Excuse me. Sorry. I've realized it's kind of hard to draw my eyes, like to try to get them to show like at different angles because they are kind of just holes in the face. Um, so that's something I'm gonna have to work on a little bit. But yeah. So this is the first one. This took me a while to make. I was struggling with emotes. If you follow me on like other social platforms, um, you'll see that like I made posts talking about like how much I was struggling with emotes and whatnot. And then finally like I figured something out. Hello Silver, thank you. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. Um, I'm glad you think it looks nice. I think it looks pretty nice too. I kind of wanted to like go over like the thought process behind this emo, right? Because I was struggling. This was like one of the attempts. I hated the way this was looking. I stopped right here because I was not liking the way that was looking. What I was trying to do for like a while was I was looking at other emotes that people have and was like kind of not copy them but take influence from them, and it just wasn't working out. I was not liking it, and I realized like I don't think I really want to do that kind of thing anyways. um so yeah, so I this was oh let me put the paper back on. This was like a really quick sketch, and then I'm like, what am I doing here? And then I did this, and I'm like, all right, maybe not the worst. So then I drew that out. And then I don't know. I guess I abandoned this. I guess I didn't continue this. Oh, because it wasn't doing the emote I wanted to. I wanted to make the crying emote, and this wasn't crying, obviously. Um. So yeah, and then I drew that. Because another thing was I was trying to get how to do. I was trying to figure out how to do like the eyes. Since my eyes are diagonal, they're not like normal human eyes. I was trying to figure out how to do that. And eventually I landed on this. I made a post saying reference lines. Reference lines are what I need to do because I wasn't using reference lines for any of these. And then eventually I figured it out by using reference lines. So I'm like, okay, now I can do this. So then I drew that. Yeah. So this will be the first emote added to Twitch this year, and then again throughout the year. Um, I'm hoping by like early March, April, I think I'll have most of my emotes all good to go. So like April is when I want to have my emotes all done. So this will be the first one added to it. Okay, talking about final designs, right? This was I just want to do the gravity tool. Oops, how do I move? Oh well, I'll use this. This was as me without lines. So this is what am I saying? This was the final design, right? It looks different though, because again, like I was struggling with the collarbone section, so you see that's actually different than what I have on me right now. This is way too high up. So when I did the model separation, when I started drawing it out to do the actual model, I got rid of those and then just put lines in there instead, which I think turned out better. I also gave myself not as sharp and wide as shoulders. You can see here, like they were really wide and sharp, and I changed that um, from the final design reference and then the actual model itself. And then of course the coloring got changed a little bit here and there, but for the most part it was the same. This layering was actually like, I don't want to say difficult, but I really had to pay attention. I really had to pay attention to what I was doing, making sure I didn't have any straggling marks here and there. There was one thing that I didn't realize until after I started rigging it, was that this sleeve right here, had, whoops, well, I don't know. This, when I was doing this sleeve, right, right there, it's I had accidentally marked, like it was such a tiny mark. It was a tiny mark in the blue arm. So I had this sleeve and then a tiny mark like right over here, and that was messing up my rigging so much, and I couldn't figure out why. So at some point I had to stop and then go through each layer and make sure I erased everything outside of what I wanted to be in that layer, which was a little bit of a pain. That did take a little time away, but it I eventually got it and it turned out well. But yeah, overall, like I don't know, I had a lot of fun doing this. It was a lot of fun drawing it out. It was a lot of fun rigging it. I don't know if I'm gonna show my rigging stuff because it is messy. For my first rig, I'm very happy with it. I know it's messy, and it's gonna point out some things I don't want to be pointed out. See, this was a okay. This what was this? What was I doing here? Oh my! I've learned that for sure, Celeste. The tiniest mark over there. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, don't look. That's spoilers. Oh, whatever. I'll talk about it. So this was an attempt. This was before like the final design, right? When I was still trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Um, I drew this to be kind of like a reference sheet that I didn't really like. Like obviously it's a lot of the same stuff, but it wasn't drawn very well. And I was thinking, I'm not going to reveal it. I'm not going to reveal what this is because Halloween, I'm hoping to do spooky stuff, right? Because this is kind of spooky, but I want to do more spooky stuff with my model and like kind of lean into like the what's it called? What's it called? It's what Lovecraft does. Uh, it's a type of horror. Um, oh, I gotta think. What is it? Oh my gosh, it's a kind of horror thing. I can't think of. I want to space horror. I guess that's not what the word is, but it's what I can think of right now. But I want to lead into the fact that I'm an alien. That I existential, not existential. It's like it's what H.P. Lovecraft is really known for, like the type of horror that H.P. Lovecraft did. Um, who apparently was very xenophobic. Um, Eldritch, not Eldritch. It's getting closer, but not Eldritch. It's like it's a type of horror where like it's so incomprehensible that it makes your mind blow up. Ah man, this is gonna. I'm googling this. Oh no, I'm googling this. It's like love. It's not love. Cosmic horror. There we go. cosmic horror. I want to lean into that kind of aspect. So for Halloween, I'm hoping to do stuff or add stuff to my model that kind of lean into like a kind of cosmic horror element of it. Because you all know I love spooky stuff. I love horror stuff. So I want to be able to bring that into my model. And I have ideas. I actually came across someone on Twitter that like showed me things I can do. I'm like, wow, I need to remember this come Halloween time. So yeah. I kind of want to show off more of this stuff. This isn't really showing off anything. I've had this like clothing design done for a while, and then I drew this a while ago. If you follow me on TikTok, you may have seen this pop up on my stories, because sometimes I'll pop things up on my stories. But this was something I had done a while ago. This was when I was experimenting with different types of hair. Oh, speaking of hair, I am probably going to be adjusting my hair throughout the year. I may nerf it slightly, just slightly, because my fat ears can't be seen very much. I have fat ears, and I love the way my fat ears look. They they can't be seen right now, so I may nerf my hair in the future just a tad. This was when I was thinking of like having my hair down. This is kind of what my hair looks like when it's sometimes when it's wet. I'm very happy with this one. But yeah, I just wanted to show that off real quick. Let's see what else. I was very happy. Yeah, it was very very sassy looking. I'm glad it turned out like that. I've already showed this one off, but here's Celeste. I drew Celeste for her birthday. I drew another one for Celeste, but I don't like the other one, so I'm not showing the other one. This one I didn't mind. What was this? Top half? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why this is separated. Sometimes you just do things and then you forget why you did them. What else? What else? Here's another one of like when I was experimenting. Oh yeah, this was when I was still gonna keep the moon in my hair as well. But I decided not to do that. The hands, not too bad on this one. Not too bad. I mean, this one is just whatever. But like here, not too bad of hands. That was you. It was you. Oh, man, I'm so sad that my chat. Hold on. I'm gonna attempt one more thing real quick. I'm gonna attempt one more thing. Um, because it took me so long to get chat to work, and then the fact that it's not working now, it's a little upsetting. And then it's, you know what? Yes, last night I had to update Mix It Up, which is what I use. I'm willing to bet that's what messed everything up. I'm willing to bet that's what's messed everything up. Um, I'm gonna try one more thing, and then if not, I gotta abandon it. I just gotta abandon it if it doesn't work. Okay, it's not working still. Oh well, I guess. Oh well. But yeah, this is another one. This was when I was experimenting. I thought about having a fang for a little bit. I decided not to do that. I didn't want a fang anymore. I'm glad I didn't. I think it would have. I don't think it would have been a pain to rig, but it's just not what I wanted to do. This was another. I didn't like this one. I'm not saying like this one was the worst drawing ever. It's not a great one, but I didn't like this one. My head was way too square in this one. This was when I was still thinking about the thing in the hair. But yeah, I didn't like this one because it's just too square of a head, too square of a head. So yeah, That's I think that's most things I have on here that's related to me. Uh there was this. This was I was again just like doing it. This was what oh, I know what this was. That story I mentioned earlier. I want to be above everything. There we go. That story I mentioned earlier. Um this was the quick little sketch I did when I woke up in the middle of the night, or not woke up. I just like was trying to fall asleep at 2 a.m. and then got the eureka moment. I'm like, I need to go and draw this really quick. This was that really quick sketch. It was done in like 5 minutes, so it looks awful. And one thing I'm really bad at, that was actually like a little bit of a struggle when I was making the model. I'm bad at planning my page, so I ran out of room for the legs. Uh, but yeah, don't look at anything else over there. That's spoilers. You're going into spoiler territory after that. This was another sketch. Again, you can kind of see the ideas I had. I thought about having more holes in my head, but decided not to because I ran out of room on my face. So yeah, so this was cute. I think this one was cute. I think it was fine. I kind of whitewashed myself a little bit here, but I think it was fine. What was this one? This was a bad one. Oh, yeah, this was a bad one. I hated the head. Oh, it too square again. It was too square. There was a period where I was struggling with just too square of heads, right? Just it was I was really struggling with those square head things. Where is it? There's something in here that I've been trying to pull up, but it was just like when I was did I get rid of it? Um, what is all this? I think this was just more. Oh, it's just design practice. It says in the title. This is just design practice. I gave myself much heavier socks in this one, and decided not to do that because it looked weird. And then ba, 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 design practice 2. Oh my goodness! Nobody look at that one. Oh, this I must have done that one when I was high or something. Oh my goodness. That face was scary. That was terrible. I jump scared myself there. Oh, this was bad too. The face. I don't know what was going on here. There's so many layers. Why are there so many layers? What was I doing here? Oh, this is something. Okay, there is something here though. You see this right here? Um, I kind of like asymmetrical stuff, which is also why like in you see my current model, I don't have my both my shoulders showing or both covered in kind of thing, because like and like why I didn't just like repeat copy and paste the same tentacle here. I wanted them to be asymmetrical, and I thought about doing that for the clothes too. I thought about having one side longer, and that longer side would be a bit burnt up because you can't have things in front of the star because the star is like a million degrees, so it burns up, you know? So I thought about doing that, but when I was drawing it out here, I realized too much of the star is going to be covered up. Just way too much of it's going to be covered up, and then I kind of run into the issue of like people don't like their attention isn't drawn to the star at all. So I didn't want to do that. So I abandoned that idea. I don't hate the idea, and maybe like as I grow my skill, I can figure out a way to make it work more. But yeah, and that's kind of what happened there. This I still have like a ton of ideas that I want to do and get through. You know, open and then there's one more that I really wanted to show off, but I'm there's a chance I may have just gotten rid of it. It was just a bunch of what do you call it? Sketches and drawing. There was one really good one on there. Yeah, I guess I got rid of it. Whoops. It wasn't here, right? No, yeah, not this one. Oh my goodness. That reminds me of those like really old shoujo mangas. But yeah, okay. No more of this. Now we gotta. I probably did this too soon because I wanted to show off. I wanted to go over this. I'm treating this like a little read debut, right? Um, I okay. Actually, before we started this, I went back and looked at my first debut, which I have on YouTube. Holy moly, was I a shy little thing back then? I was like I oh my goodness. I could you could barely hear me back then and I sounded so nervous in that one. I sounded so nervous in that first ever stream that I did. And I remember thinking I remember thinking afterwards like, "Oh, I did such a good job." And then I went back and looked at it just today. I'm like, "Holy moly, that was a little hard to get through." Thank you, Bunny. Oh, I think I look cool too. I'm super happy. I'm super happy with it all. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I need a better camera though, I think. Um, but yeah, so my first review was hilarious. It's hilarious to watch. There was also concepts in there that like I abandoned pretty quickly because one of the things that like I was supposed to be was I was supposed to be like a people hater. I was supposed to like be mean kind of thing, and that didn't turn out at all. I can't be mean. It's you have any idea how hard it is to be mean? It's rough. I can't do it. But that's funny. Anyways, okay. Here is my stuff. That's my name. Goals for this year: improve my art. One of the ways I'm going to do that is by doing an art stream every Sunday. I kind of toured with it last year, but I didn't commit to it. But this year, I'm going to commit to it. This year, this Sunday, it starts. We are going to have an art stream every Sunday. And I'm probably going to start with like trying to sketch out and draw new emotes. That's probably how it's going to start. But I really do want to commit to this. Um, so yeah, so every Sunday art stream. Improve the model. There are areas that I want to improve. Like I do eventually want to have hands that are seen right. So I need to improve my art so I can draw hands so that I can add hands to my model because I wanna move my arms around. So that's something I want to do in the future. Grow the community. I kind of mentioned on Twitter that jazz hands. Exactly, jazz hands. Jazz hands. I want to cover my face. I want to point at you. I want to look. I want to look down and point at you. You know, assert my authority over everyone. Hello, Hawaii. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you think it's peak. I think it's peak too. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna go the Boa Hancock route and just I'm gonna look so far down at you. I'm looking up again and point at you. So yeah. So I want to improve the model. I also want to. I'm not upset with my hair, right? But I do kind of like want to add curls to it, like visible curls to it, and I don't know how to do that yet. So that's something I want to do in the future as well. Grow the community. I mentioned on X that I kind of like want to end the year with an average of 10 viewers per stream. Not a bad start to this year. Um, but there's a lot of work that goes into that, and one of the things I have to do is be active in Discord, and that's something I've been failing to do for quite some time now, is being active in Discord. I don't use it very much. I've had opportunities to be active in it and like grow a community, but I didn't, and then I lost some people along the way. So being active in Discord and just being active like in all the like social media platforms that I have and whatnot. Six, this is a big one. Number six, maintain a consistent schedule. I will. Hawaii. I will. But yes, maintain a consistent schedule. Um, oh, one of the things I'm going to be doing in Discord as well is like having Discord polls, so you guys can decide what you want to see on stream. I'm a part of another mutual of mine's community, and she does that quite often, and I think it's an excellent idea. So I kind of want to not copy, but I'm taking influence. So I kind of want to do that too. Maintain a consistent schedule. This is my biggest weakness. This it makes me so sad. Why did that pop up? Okay. It makes me so sad that I have not been able to maintain a consistent schedule. So this year I'm going to put a lot of effort to try to do so. Oh, it's back. Oh, okay. I don't. Um, Maintain a consistent schedule. So my goal, I kind of started doing this last at the end of last year, but even then I wasn't really super consistent with it. My goal is that Monday, Wednesday, Sunday are the guaranteed stream days, and on those days are going to be Monday, Wednesday are going to be the games that the community decides, and then or like it doesn't even have to be games; it could be anything. And then Sundays would be the art games, and then the other days would be things like Dead by Daylight, because I love that game, and I know people are tired of it, but I love it. Dead by Daylight or some other stuff, but those other days are not guaranteed, right? So like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday are not guaranteed days. The guaranteed days are going to be Monday, Wednesday, Sunday. So I'm going to be strict with myself on that and make sure I do it, and make sure I do it for a while. Monday and Wednesday are 5-hour streams, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. 5-hour streams. Okay. And then Sundays are going to be whatever. Sundays minimum of 2 hours, but like it's going to be whenever I'm done with the art, I suppose. 7 is such a long shot. I'm going to admit 7 is such a long shot right now. I want to be able to be good enough at art to where like maybe people want, you know, a little commission from me, and whatnot. So I'm going to be trying to level up my skills in drawing to where I can, find people who want art from me. It's gonna take a lot of work, and there's a lot of improvement I have to do. But I don't think I know I'm willing to put in the work for it. So by the end of the year, that's something I'm hoping happens as well. And then I create all my emojis, banners, etc., etc. That doesn't mean I'm not going to commission people in the future, right? There's things I can't do with my skill level, and also things I just kind of don't want to do. So I'm still going to be like commissioning other artists, but I want to get to the point where like the majority of my stuff on Twitch is made by me, So yeah. I made this in Canva, if you couldn't tell, and I don't know. They put all the watermarks everywhere. It's not a very professional looking thing. But some facts about me. My height is 5'7". You're looking. Hold on. Also, I think this baby thing was supposed to disappear by now. I thought it was only supposed to be 5 minutes. That's right. You're looking at a very tall 5'7" here. 5'7" is not short. 5'7" is a very respectable height. Yes, thank you. 5'7", 5'7", very respectable height. It's actually, I don't know if you know this, it's actually slightly above average on Earth. So I am taking it. 5'7". I should be clear, that's 5'7" without my hair. I think my hair adds like an extra inch or two. So no complaint about my height. Absolutely, absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's okay. I'm messing around too. But yeah, 5'7" is me. Okay. I want to get to the point where I don't have to keep doing this, but I don't know how I would do that. Okay, and then where are we? Age. I'm that many digits old. I am a Red Dwarf star. I don't know. I don't know if you know this. Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. They I'm half legs. Half maybe like even a little more. 2/3 legs. I'm tall. I got legs for days. They call me all the way up Daxias. Legs all the way up Daxias. Um there it is. Okay. I'm this many digits old because Red Dwarf stars are. Did you know I'm fairly young for a Red Dwarf star? I'm very young for a Red Dwarf star. Red Dwarf stars are some among some of the oldest stars in this universe, and they live such a long time because they burn at such a like low temperature. You cannot see. You should be honored to see me because you actually cannot see red dwarf stars with your naked eye in the night sky because they burn at such a low light that that you just can't see them. So when you look up at the sky, you're not seeing a single red dwarf star. The only red dwarf star you've ever seen is me, and gosh darn it, you should be lucky to see that. So when I say I am the coolest star, I mean that both figuratively and literally. I am the coolest star ever. Because they burn at such a low temperature. I mean, like, they're still extremely hot. I am still a star. But yes. That's fire. Absolutely. Absolutely, it's fire. And thank you. I'm glad you understand the honor that it is to have you on my, or to have me on your screen. Also, just to be clear, I'm getting this out there now. The star is me. This thing you see spinning, that's me. That's the room. That's my body. The rest is just like a projection I've made. It's why I look different, right? It's why I look different from model to model because I had to use. I created the model, but I'm not super great at creating bodies yet. I'm getting better, obviously, as you can see now. But I had to rely on a program to create my body for me, and then I had to commission someone to create my other body for me. And then I learned how to make my own body for me. So yeah. What if you poked it? Yeah, it would hurt. I do have I do have a redeem where you can you can pat it, but it does burn. It does burn. It looks like a cheese ball. I don't recommend eating it. I don't think you'll be able to. Getting within the confines, getting within like inches of the sun. You poked my face. Yeah, the poke is for the face. I only have one redeem for the sun because it hurts too much. Where I'm from is normal arm. Hold on, that one takes a second. There you go. See? It feels great, but that sizzle is your skin. That sizzle was your skin. It felt great though, so thank you. Where I'm from. Most people don't know this because my flesh is pleasantly. Oh, I'm sure. It's down to the bone. It cooked the bone a little bit, so be careful. You may have to see a doctor about that. I heard mustard helps with burns. Mustard can be good for burns. I'm from normal arm, the normal arm of the Milky Way galaxy. That's right. I'm not on Earth. So you see this? This is where I'm from, right here. Like this little section right here. This is where you guys are, or I guess where we all are now, because I am over here now. But I'm way over here. It took me a long time to get from here to here. I won't discuss how, but yeah. Likes, art, scary stuff, every day. I don't know. I like a lot of things. This last page, I kind of phoned it in, right? Kind of phoned it in this last page. Gracias, for your attention. But yeah, that's the end of the little redebut thing here. I think I showed much more emotion than in my first debut. Oh man, gosh, that first debut was rough. Maybe I'll show it off in a little bit. Okay, I gotta exit this because I kind of want to show something else. Oops, I wanted to show something else. Thank you for the claps. I wanted to show off this stuff, right? Because I didn't wake up one day and was just like, I'm good at drawing now. You know, it took me a while. This was the first page I did when I started this is the first page I did when I decided I'm going to learn how to draw. I'm going to teach myself how to draw again because I want to do things. I want to draw things. I want to make my own stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. And this was the first page that I drew. Kind of like a benchmark. I'm not going to lie. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's not great, right? The horns, like, oh my gosh, these horns. Oh my, I don't know what Celeste did, but Celeste did something to make it impossible for me to draw the horns. Holy moly. Oh, thank you. Just wait till you see some of the other drawings. Those ones are not good. I'm not super upset about it. Okay, but here's the other thing with this, right? To draw these three, I think took me an hour and a half. It took me, I think, an hour and a half to draw these three. Um, which is, I think, why it like doesn't look so bad because I took such a long time on them. Then I'm not gonna show all of them, like all the pages of shapes, but then like I spent like the next few the days just drawing shapes. I drew a little marshmallow guy here. But I just, drawing circles, spheres, cubes, shapes. Just drawing shapes. I drew eye, uh, I guess. I was trying to figure out lighting as well, so I'm just drawing shapes. I have pages upon pages of just shapes, right? Again, I'm not gonna show them all, but yeah, it just did all that. Afterwards, I started like trying to sketch stuff. So I learned like drawing skulls is a good way to practice. I'm not super upset. I was also using pen at this time. I'm not super upset about this one here. This one's pretty good. I love ferrets. I used to have some. It's a sad story, but I don't have them anymore. Um, why are there? Was I trying to draw feet? Oh, I hope silver's not in here. Um, oh, because I wanted to draw Kirby with big feet. that's that's why I was doing that. I do Kirby with feet here. But yeah, so I love ferrets. I drew a panda. I'm not super bad upset about this banana either. It's kind of cool. I was trying to learn how to draw emotes as well back here. I drew Celeste up here. I don't remember if I showed her this, but I drew Celeste up there, flipping somebody off. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know who Celeste is flipping off. But she's flipping somebody off. So yeah. And then there was this one. Oh, I didn't include the page with thighs on it, but that's okay. Learning anatomy, I suppose, or trying to learn anatomy. This was when I eventually became better at learning anatomy much later after this because I picked up some books. And I started reading those books, and it was really helping me out. Oops, don't look down here. Um, but yeah, I was drawing some of my what do you call it? Stuff I was dealing with down here. But yeah, this little face is cute. This isn't me, but I think it's kind of cute. I don't know why I did that. You can see even back then I was experimenting with the four eyes kind of thing. Here a lot of horn practice because again, I could not draw horns. I I could not figure out. I just I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. I drew. I don't. This is nobody, but I drew her. I even I even said hot. Oh my goodness, that's funny. Um. So yeah, small perspective. I don't know. I don't hate the top half here. I gave myself an extremely long neck here for some reason. I was trying a different pose up here. I'm not. By the way, this isn't every page of my notebook. This is just like a select few pages kind of thing. This is cat Daxias. I drew myself with cat features, because you gotta. This is Chibi Daxias down here. That's a cat as well. Hands doing hand practice, I guess. There's more stuff with hands later. Oh no, this was Chibi Daxias. I am so impressed that I did this. I think this was really cool. Why was I trying to do so much cat stuff? This was a little comic that I made, um, where I get scared, and then when I get scared too bad, I just become the star again. So yeah, make him into a marketable plushie. This guy down here. Well, he doesn't. I don't look like that anymore. I'm gonna have to. I need to figure out a new chibi look. It's probably gonna look really the same, just like change the clothing out, I suppose, and the hair, and no horns anymore. I will. You know what? I would love to. How would a plushie work with me? Because it's just a. I think it would work. I'm thinking about it. I think it would work. Um, I was I was trying to do pose stuff here. I suppose this was awful. I hated this down here. This whole face thing down here was bad. But I mean, like, after realizing how bad I was with the face here, I started doing this. Trying to learn like how to do side profiles and whatnot. Not the worst. This was this stuff was really quick. Okay, this stuff doesn't look super amazing, but because I was trying to do it really quick, so like less than, I don't know, 2 minutes on each one. I was just trying to do. I was just trying to hash them out. That angle is not. I was trying to do spooky Daxias too, back then with my old design. Here I am booping the pig. That was I don't know. I like the pig from Dead by Day. I don't play her as much anymore because Crossu came out. Oh, also, I gotta fix that. That was supposed to only last 5 minutes. Um, Crossu is the one I've kind of done things for. I don't. Whoa, what was I? I guess I wanted to be in a dress for a little bit. I don't know. Um, this was this was a little bit I was doing on Twitter early in the year where I was asking people if I could draw myself in their clothing. So this is Celeste clothing. So I drew myself in what Celeste wears, and then I made a little comment like, "Oh, you forgot the sweatshirt." I'm like, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" And she was like, "Yeah. What's the worst that can happen?" Well, the sweatshirt covers the star, and you can't cover the star. It burns up. so, so it got burnt up. I'm not upset about these little comics. This is another one I think right here. Yeah. This was when I was doing Mocha's outfit. Another mutual of mine. I love Mocha. I think they're amazing. Um, so I did another little comic of me in Mocha's clothing, and then Mocha was saying I forgot the hat. I'm like, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" And she's like, "Yep. What's the worst that can happen?" And then I put on the hat, but I have horns, so I just ripped through the hat. And this is little Mocha down here. I'm not upset about that. I don't like this one. This was a thing I did on TikTok because I'm obsessed with Epic the Musical, and I was trying to do a little thing with Epic the Musical. It number wise didn't do too bad. This is an owl, a buff owl, from Epic the Musical. That's actually Odysseus. This is a spooky drawing. This guy I saw in my dream. This guy popped up in my dream, and was chasing me around. So that was this thing. Um, this is when I was like, all right, I need to figure out designs. I drew Celeste down here again. I don't know who this was supposed to be. Zet. Oh, this was Zet. I don't really talk to Zet very much anymore. But yeah. And this is when I was like, yeah, I'm not doing horns anymore. Arms were too long on this one. Hands were too small. Um, Uneven shoulders. Yeah, I was like leaving notes for myself. One for each horn. What's one for each horn? Oh, mini hats if you ever get horns again. I I wouldn't mind getting horns again. I don't know if they would be fitting anymore. I would have to experiment with that. Drawing horns is like an area that's very difficult for me for some reason. I can't figure out why. Maybe I just need more practice, I suppose. Mini hat for them would be hilarious though. This was oh, this is me practicing the pose. This was the original pose I was going to do. So it was going to seem more float like. I decided not to do this because I thought it would be a pain to rig. Turns out it wouldn't have been, but oh well. Can I flip this over at all? Rotate. There we go. Hand pose. That's whatever. Floating. Moon hair. Obviously I went against that. I put it on an earring instead. Two canines. I did all sharp teeth, so all my teeth are sharp. This was for an October thing, I think. It was like supposed to be look at the hands on this one. The hands were super good on this one. Hands, they're hard, but I did them here. And then I gave up. This was Odysseus. This was side profile stuff. It didn't really do well. This is me, I in like a little more gothy look, I suppose. Didn't hate this. Didn't hate that at all. I don't know. I don't know what happened here. There's a funny looking dude there. This was no, can I rotate? Oh, nope. 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 I don't know what's no. Nope. X. I guess I can't rotate this one. Oh yeah, I can. There you go. This was I was trying to draw. I don't like the way this one turned out. I don't like the way this one turned out at all. I was trying to draw my group of friends. We did a Monster of the Week campaign while I was the DM, and I was trying to draw the characters for it. I don't like the way this turned out at all, though. This didn't turn out very good. So that was that. This was posed by. I decided. I think it was after this. I decided I need to learn how to do poses. So I was practicing different poses using a website, and that's what these are. These some of these are not too bad. I'm still not very good with posing. I need to do more practice like this. Honestly, I need to do more practice like this. I kind of stopped for a while, but I need to do more practice like this. This is more dynamic posing. I was trying to go for a sexy look here, apparently. I'm supposed to be laying down, so you have to look at this one on the side. And then I'm flaring my sock off. That's hilarious. Um, so yeah, I also like wanted to learn how to draw different body types. So I was making sure I was trying to include different body types in these. I don't and then this was Penelope. This was Penelope. I don't like the way Penelope looked in this one. Um, but yeah, this was Penelope from Epic the Musical. More posing here. This was just circles though. Just trying to get the basic idea of like different poses and how like I would start sketching them out. This look at Mini. This is Odysseus. Look at Mini Odysseus. He looks so sad. That was supposed to be Eurylochus. I don't know why I forgot his name. Turned out awful. Eurylochus looks bad there. Um, that was Penelope again. Oh, that's it. That's all I took. So yeah, so there's that. Oh no, nobody look. Eurydice? I thought it was Eurylochus. Have I been pronouncing it wrong this whole time? No, no. Okay, Eurydice is the wife of Orpheus. This is from the Odyssey, and that's Eurylochus. Eurylochus. Yeah, Eurylochus is a different person. Oh no, all good, all good. But yeah, that's all my stuff. That's everything. Now you've all met the new me who feels revitalized and great and just so excited for this new year and all the things that I've proven that I'm capable of and that I'm willing to do. So I'm super happy. 2026, new year, new me. Literally a new me. So I'm super happy, honestly. Um, it of course never knew someone could feel and thank you. It means so much that you all are here and that you've been here before and you've seen and supported me throughout this like journey. Like I've said before, like I didn't start learning how to draw for likes and whatnot, but having the support has definitely helped in some of the harder moments where I was losing motivation and whatnot. So thank you all for being here. It means a lot to me, honestly. It's gonna make me cry with with all the support. But yeah. In case you missed it, I can flick my tongue out. That's something I can do. But yeah, I have new redeems. I have one new emote that's not out yet, but will be out for tomorrow. And then I'll be working on more. So now it's like, do I want to switch tones or do I just want to end things here? You know what? I think I'm going to end things here because I want to fix my chat. I don't know how long that's going to take. And yeah, I wanted to do that. So this was great. And then tomorrow, 2 p.m. will be the Dead by Daylight beta. So we're going to be looking at the new chapter in Dead by Daylight. And then in the Discord, I will be running a poll to see what the next long game people are interested in. And then yeah, and then kind of go from there. But I'm super excited. I'm glad I've finally been able to show this off. I finished this like a month and a half ago now. No, not a month and a half, like half a month ago. And I've been dying to show it off. I almost leaked it several times because I just wanted people to see. So I'm really happy I was able to do that. I'm so happy you all liked it. So thank you all so much for being here. I will be back tomorrow. I will be back Wednesday. Will I? Yes, I should be back Wednesday. My apartment's doing a weird thing, and I have to leave my apartment for a little bit on either Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm really hoping they come tomorrow. I'm kind of hoping they interrupt the stream tomorrow, so they come tomorrow. So Wednesday I'll be free completely all day. But yeah, I'll be back those days. So thank you all so much, and until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Goodbye. I also have a cool little sign off now.